You're watching the new CTV. And this is Focus with your host, Paul Dingeman.
Hello again. Welcome to the Focus program. It's always a pleasure to have you join us. We've got some more wonderful information about things that are going on in St. Clair County, Marine City, St. Clair. It's a busy time of year, but it seems like every month is busy around here anymore. We are into the month of September. That means lots of festivals and heritage days and all sorts of great things. We're going to hear about that today. And our first guest is Kathy Ream, the airport director.
I am.
St. Clair County Airport,
Yep.
International
International
Airport.
Yes.
Welcome back to the Focus Center.
Thank you for having me.
You have got an event coming up which is fun.
It is. We have a great day.
September
Great community.
28th is the notes I have here, and
Yes.
it's called Wings, Wheels, and Watercraft.
Yes.
Talk to me about it.
Yes. We have basically the children ages 14 to 17 receive a free airplane ride.
Oh, really?
The teens, and that's provided by the Experimental Aircraft Association. We have a pancake breakfast at 7 a.m. till 11 a.m. in the hangar there, and then we have a static display once the kids start to get their ride. Basically, anything that's kind of any interest to the community, anything that's, if anybody has anything between fancy motorcycles to hot rods to...
Oh, you're still inviting people?
We are. We have a really nice static display for community event. I mean, just from tractors to motorcycles to old bikes to unicycles to anything that have any interest to the community.
If Evan will throw up the pictures, we've got some pictures
Okay.
from the last couple of years. Maybe
Good.
put some back here too, so we can see them. But this is the kind of static display that you're
Yes.
talking about.
Yes.
So there's planes, there's fire engines that kids can sit in. The crane was there for
Yes.
for display, right?
Yep.
And cars, and this goes on Saturday. Is it Saturday?
It's a
the 20
Sunday.
Sunday the 28th, and there's police, the dive team. What a great team they are!
They are.
Oh, hot rod, pretty fancy stuff. There, a light airplane, some old airplanes.
Biplane. Yep.
And so it is a family. Is there an admission charge to it?
No admission, no parking fee,
There's
nothing.
your beautiful airport.
Yep.
I don't think people realize how big it is
It really is.
until they see a picture like that. There's a guy enjoying himself. Did they get airplane rides to you?
The ages
Go through that
14
again.
to 17, teens get a free airplane ride. It's to encourage the youth to begin to learn to fly.
And is there a rain day or is it just that day?
It's weather permitting.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting. Yep.
So state police and state police helicopter.
The sheriff
event.
department, everybody joins in. Border Patrol, Homeland Security chopper. It's
Okay.
really fun.
And give me the
We're excited.
hours again.
It's 9 to 2 are the free airplane rides and the static display, but the pancake breakfast is 7 a.m. till 11 a.m. in the
And
hangar.
you get pretty good crowds.
We've been doing, every year we've been growing. It's actually a really nice community event.
What else is going on at the St. Clair County International Airport?
We've actually been pretty busy. We've got an increase in corporate jet traffic, which is good for us because obviously they're coming into the community, into St. Clair County. Fuel sales, that kind of thing, are up. We're just wrapping up a taxiway rehab in the private hangar taxiway area, so that's been quite a little scramble to get everybody settled on that, and we're just wrapping that up. We've recently became the industrial park, just recently got recertified as a Michigan certified business park, so hopefully that will kind of enhance and get a little more activity towards the airport, but we've been doing well.
You don't do any commercial flights like
No.
Flint or Detroit
No.
or things along
No.
those lines, but it's
Nope, it's
mainly in corporate.
Corporate, yep,
And private.
and private.
Private.
Yep,
Are
general
there a lot
aviation.
of private airplanes out there?
Yes, we have 98.
98
Yes.
private planes.
Yep, which is up 5 from last year. So that's not bad.
No. And the future holds nothing but great things for the airport.
It is. It is. We're moving forward. It
Okay.
feels good.
September the 28th,
Yes.
all day Sunday. Breakfast is at 7.
Yep.
And then fun begins.
Yes, absolutely.
Good. Have we missed anything?
Nope, I think we're good.
Kathy Ream,
Thank
always,
you so
always
much.
a pleasure to see you.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll have you back next year, and you
Okay.
have to bring some new pictures.
We will.
We've enjoyed those pictures.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a second with our next guest. We are back with our next guest, who is from the world-famous town of Goodles.
That is
we
correct.
established a second or two ago that there is a place called Goodle's and they have a post office. But here today to talk to us about a wonderful place called the Pine River Nature Center is Carrie Kola. Nice to see you again.
Klopka, yes.
Kolka?
Hi, nice to meet
I'm
you.
going to sneeze near a cough right now. This show is becoming fun here. You are here to talk to us today about a wonderful event which is called Rock, Root, and Ramble.
Rock and Root Ramble.
What is
Yes.
it all about?
It's a trail run. It's a 5K, and people can walk it or run it. It's a fundraising benefit to the Nature Center, to our programs there, and it is a memorial to the Joseph Kamey.
Who was at one time the superintendent of Intermediate School District at that time it was called.
Yes.
Now it's called RISA.
Yes, it is.
What happens, in case I've been living under a rock, what happens at the Pine River Nature Center?
Well, mostly we're there for field trips. We have all ages come out, a different program for each grade, and we also have some public programs. We have public programs as well.
Public programs as well. All right. Talk to me then about, we got some pictures to put up, the fellows are going to put up about last year's run. Talk to me about that.
Excellent.
Oh, that's the airport. We still got the airport there. We'll get the other ones.
This is the
There we
fourth year of the run. There's a shallow river crossing. That's what makes it unique. It's not very deep ever. This is Mrs. Kamey. Dee
Oh,
Kamey.
okay.
She volunteered and she has run in the race as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, keep going. There we go.
There's our shallow river crossing, and it is for families. We do have some kids come. I'd love to see some more kids.
How many people participated a year ago?
Last year we only had 70, and
Okay,
I'm
well,
hoping
that's a
we
good
could
start.
double it this year. That's our fourth
a good
year,
start.
and our first year we had about 100.
How long is the event or the walk or the run?
It's a 5K.
5K.
Yes, and it starts at 10 o'clock and goes until around noon. Registration's at 9.
It's amazing that a lot of people, Mr. Charlie Andrews there.
Yes, he was volunteering
Um,
for us.
A lot of people don't had not had the pleasure to be at the Pine River Nature Center. It's a gem of the county.
It is, and I hear that too often, that people didn't know it was there. The students are coming out, but we want them to bring their families.
Bring mom and dad.
Yes.
So the run itself is through the woods.
Yes,
mainly?
it is. It is. It goes through several of our trails, twisting and winding. But there's a white line, like in track when you're running, so that you know where to go. And hopefully we'll get lots of volunteers. We'll have them stationed at the turn so people know where to go.
Okay. And some of these races, there's chips. Do you have the chips?
We do not have chip timing. We're not that large of a race
Once you
yet,
get a
but
little
it
bigger.
is timed, yes.
And get a little bigger.
We have
And-
volunteer opportunities.
And you had blue shirts last year.
Yes, we
And
did.
now you got the bright.
This is from a couple of years
This is
ago.
a couple of years
actually.
ago?
Yes, we're going to have a different color blue, and you can also get a performance shirt with a collar and a small logo on it. So that's new this year.
Okay.
Everyone's getting bags this year instead of shirts.
Okay.
to
What's
do
going to be in the
something
bag?
Well, we'll just have some paperwork about the Nature Center and any sponsors that want to put paperwork.
What
in.
is that building there?
That is the Nature Center. We're on 96 acres. Here's the RISA website where you can go to get more information about the race and our sponsors this year.
Wonderful. Well, you got some nice sponsors there. And looks like there's all ages in
All
the race.
ages, that's right.
Well, it's a 5K trail run or walk at the Pine River Nature Center. And what a beautiful area it is. I had the opportunity this summer to come out for a wedding.
Oh, how
And
nice.
it was such a great setting out there for the wedding.
It's a great
And
place.
everybody seemed to really enjoy themselves. And the weather was great, so that made it better too.
Wonderful. Was the wedding at the treehouse?
No, it was, they used the reception across the street at the 4-H buildings there.
Yes.
But the whole place was beautiful.
Very nice.
Very beautiful.
Excellent.
So after this is over, what's going to happen this fall?
Well, in October we have a bat program, live animal. That
I'll stay away from that.
No, it's great. People that don't like bats will get a new appreciation. And there will be animals there for people to see.
Okay, so after that one, is there another one coming in?
Not coming up yet. We're still scheduling. We have some scout programs that we need to pick some dates on. And school field trip season is here, so we'll be busy with
We'll
that.
be busy with that. It's called Rock and Root Ramble, 5K trail run and walk at the Pine River Nature Center. We thank you very much for
Thank
coming.
you for having
And
me.
if they need information, they can just go to the RISA, St. Clair County RISA.org.
Yes, that's
and
right.
get all the information.
Yep, come to the Nature Center page and it'll direct you there.
Great.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we've got two wonderful ladies coming from Marine City who are going to talk to us about Heritage Days, which is fairly new, but talks about things that are fairly old. We'll be back and talk with them in just a second. As we said before the break there, we've got two young ladies from Marine City, Michigan. Diane Lovett, nice to see you. Welcome back.
Same here, thank you.
And Becky Lepley, nice to see
Nice
you.
to
Welcome
see you.
back. You've got September 20th and 21st blocked off for a wonderful event. What is it? Why is it?
Well, originally it was to educate and display our 1884 Mason Rice building, but it has taken on a life of its own. It seems like there's a nostalgia, a hunger, and the 15th Michigan Veteran Volunteers and the 8th Arkansas are coming, and they're going to march down to the beach, shoot each other, fall over, get up,
Oh,
and do it
wonderful.
again. They call it skirmishes, and we're very excited about that. And the Civil War governor is going to be there, and I got a phone call from Abraham Lincoln.
Did he call collect?
He did. Actually, he just called up and said, "Is it okay if Abraham Lincoln attends your event?"
That's wonderful.
But there's a petting zoo, and one of the exciting things that you're helping us with is recording some memories. If you have gone to prom, anything, they had slot cars in there, they played basketball, different scouting groups. If you have a memory about that building, then we're going to record that and put together a tape.
I guess we haven't talked about this before we went on the air, but we probably should limit it somehow that somebody doesn't decide that they're going to do a 2-hour television special about their particular interest.
Yeah.
Maybe we should, sort of consolidate.
Yeah, one memory,
condense.
5 minutes or less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd probably be good. And then it'll give us a chance to get
Absolutely.
multiple people
Yeah.
as opposed to.
And they're going to start at 10 in the morning with that. They want to do that early in the day. So
Okay.
if you have a memory, come in and share it. And of
Or
course,
make one up.
we can always edit. If somebody gets carried away, we can always edit.
Talk to me about Abraham Lincoln and the 15th and the 8th. Are they opposing groups? Or
Yeah, the
what?
8th Arkansas, of course, was on the side of the Southrons, as
Okay.
they call it there, and the rebels. And then the 15th Michigan, of course, represents one of the groups that fought for Michigan in the Civil War,
I think
or the
there's been
Grand Army of the Republic.
Grand Army of the Republic. There's been such a resurgence in people wanting to know about their heritage, and I think it's from Ancestry.com. And they've done such a wonderful job of marketing their product, but people jump into it and get interested.
Oh, absolutely. We got a letter with a picture in it from a man in Tucson, Arizona, who had seen our page and had been in that building as a child, and sent us a donation and some information. And it's amazing. I mean, originally that building was on the Orpheum Circuit, and we have pictures of the Mikado being produced on there and some other plays we haven't been able to identify. I mean, the second floor is an opera house with a
Yep.
stage and a balcony and a solid walnut floor, which is an amazing thing. And then the fire truck's going to be there, and antique tractors, and Ackett's does the food. And then we have an amazing amount of children's activities that Diane is in charge of.
Diane, well, before we start with Diane, just in case people are confused, the building you're talking about is?
Marine City City Hall. It's
Thank
on
you.
M29 at the corner of Broadway and North Main. 300 Broadway is the address.
Okay. And it's been closed for a couple of years, but the grounds are open, and this is where you're going to...
And inside the building. Now, the outside is done,
Okay.
and they allow us, for the second floor, anybody that can't get up and down there by themselves can't go up. But other than that, we do have tours and people go up and
Oh, beautiful.
watch the stage. And it is an old building.
Yep.
If you have a lot of allergies, you have to be a little bit careful about
well,
that.
those are good things to tell people about.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you want an extensive tour, you can contact us anytime, and we'll take you through and look at everything
Okay.
that you want to see.
Now to Diane and the children's activities. Diane,
Yes,
welcome.
we have a number of activities. Becky had mentioned the railroad. I don't think she did. The railroad cars. There's going to be a
Model
railroad
railroad.
display.
Oh, my
the
God.
petting zoo outside. But inside, again, in the Opera House, we have the amazing Clark, who is bringing with him Punch and Judy puppet.
Oh, really?
Authentic from that era, and also some magic tricks. So,
Wow.
And that is free for anybody who wants to come. And I thought it's really great with Houdini showing on television right now
Yeah.
to have some magic tricks. So that's part of it. And I brought along, we try to find activities that fit that era. And so this is called a buzzsaw. You can make it go back and forth. So we make that out of wood and an old-fashioned
I remember those, yeah.
drill.
Those are great.
Okay. The Home Depot has been kind enough to give us sets of wooden toys, figures that we can pound together. This is one left from last year. It was a goalpost game that the children could put together. And so we have the hammer and the nails for them to do that. And Ivory Soap kind of dates back a ways, so they'll be able to carve with this, or make a boat, or carve some other
Wow.
things with this if they would like. And we've also come up with a recipe. Discovered that peanut butter was introduced as peanut butter around 1902. And so we have a no-bake cookie that we'll be making with oatmeal
Wow.
and honey and peanut butter.
Wow. I thought peanut butter had been around forever, but
1902.
1902. So the children's activities on the 20th and 21st.
I'm sorry, they're just on the 20th.
Just on the 20th.
children's
And
activities will
they
be.
start and stop at a certain
They
time?
start at 10. They will stop at 10:45, so all the children can go listen to the amazing Clark and participate at 11 o'clock upstairs.
Okay,
And they'll resume after that till about 2, 3 o'clock.
okay. So there's entertainment at 10:45, but then the activities will resume again throughout the day. And that's all on Saturday the 20th, and part of Heritage
That's
Day.
correct. And
But that's
our-
new to Heritage Day.
Most of our activities will be located in the old fire department,
Garage.
so it'd be right downstairs and as they enter in.
Good. Is there, go ahead.
I was going to say, we also have the 1905 car, if it's running, that you can ride around town in.
Oh, my
Plus
God.
The antique tractors are going to pull a wagon. And if they get done with the wedding they're involved in soon enough, we'll also have a horse and buggy that you can ride around town in.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be
And I
fun.
had forgotten the model trains. A large model train club is coming in, and they have antique model trains and so forth that they're going to have set up. Plus the cello maker and the rope tire and some other crafts and so forth. And if anybody has something they'd like to come and demonstrate, like quilting or weaving, let us know. Give us a call.
But try and keep it to that era.
To that
the
era.
Heritage Days.
Basically, 1860 to 1920 is what we shoot for.
And
It-
we have stilts outside. for
Stilts,
the
don't-
children
yeah,
to
come and try
out.
'em.
Yeah.
Oh, the kids can try them too.
Try out
There's just
some
not one
stilts.
guy walking around on
Right,
stilts. It's
right. There's a safe
Yeah.
area with straw around it so that they can practice on a pair of homemade stilts made by Becky's husband, Bob Lepsley.
right.
So,
The old stilt maker
The old
himself.
stilt maker himself. Absolutely.
Well, I think it's a fun thing, and it certainly is catching on year
Mm-hmm.
after year.
Yeah.
And it surprises me sometimes at this desk here how many little niches there are of things of interest.
Yeah.
Whether it's a running race or whether it's a whistleblow or it's a Heritage Days, they are just growing as each year.
And each year, they're starting to call us.
Yeah.
You can tell that.
Yeah.
And a young man named Trey McMakin, who grew up out here on Putty Gut Road, at 3 o'clock on Sunday, he's doing a concert. He's called The Traveling Fiddler. He's written a book. He tells stories from this area. And he also teaches and travels around with that. He's been in the area before, and you can go online and look him up. And I was absolutely fascinated when I saw him down in Algonac a few years back.
Talking about his life on
Yep,
Puttigat,
and
going
he's
down
one
there,
of
too.
ours. One
Isn't
of
that
ours.
amazing?
It
That's
is.
just
He
truly
is
amazing.
amazing.
Well, we salute you both for what you're doing for the community and serving on the city council and serving on the city council. And it's not easy to get people's interest up and running, but at least you're trying. So that's
Yeah.
that's
Thank
the
you very
key.
much.
Thank you so much.
September the 20th, 21st, and don't forget, if you've got a memory that you want recorded, the CTV guys, Evan and John, will be there, hopefully, and they will record your 5-minute speech.
Up to
Up
5
to,
minutes.
up to, just like in
Thank
city
you,
council
sir.
meetings.
Yes.
Thank you much. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingerman. See you soon.